In the heart of the Rocky Mountains lies a place seldom ventured by mortals, a place where the winds whisper ancient secrets, and the earth breathes a chilling reminder of its dominance over mankind. This is the tale of my harrowing experience on Mount Everstone, a story etched in the fabric of fear and desperation. As a seasoned mountaineer, I had scaled peaks that kissed the sky, but none compared to the ominous allure of Mount Everstone. Its jagged silhouette loomed over the landscape like a sentinel of the abyss, daring those foolish enough to challenge its icy embrace. Yet, driven by a thirst for adventure and the promise of conquest, I, along with my companions, ventured forth into the unknown. Our party consisted of 4 individuals bound by a common passion for exploration. James, the fearless leader whose unwavering resolve often masked his inner turmoil. Emily, the spirited scholar whose thirst for knowledge was matched only by her boundless curiosity. And Mark, the seasoned guide whose rugged exterior concealed a wealth of wisdom gleaned from years spent amidst the peaks. Our journey began in the quaint mountain town of Glenwood Springs, nestled amidst a tapestry of pine-clad slopes and cascading waterfalls. As we made our final preparations, the whispers of the locals served as an ominous prelude to the trials that awaited us atop Mount Everstone. "Be wary of the mountain," they cautioned, their words laden with a sense of foreboding that sent shivers down my spine. "For it holds secrets darker than the shadows that dance upon its slopes." But heedless of their warnings, we pressed onward, our hearts ablaze with the promise of glory and the allure of the unknown. The ascent began in earnest as we traversed the treacherous foothills that guarded the mountain's icy domain. With each step, the air grew thinner and the landscape more unforgiving, testing the limits of our endurance and resolve. As we climbed ever higher, the world below faded into obscurity, swallowed by the swirling mists that cloaked the mountain in an eerie embrace. Yet, despite the oppressive gloom that surrounded us, we pressed onward, driven by a singular purpose that transcended the boundaries of reason. It was during one such ascent that we stumbled upon the first sign of the mountain's malevolence, an ancient carving etched into the very stone itself. Its intricate runes spoke of a forgotten era when gods and demons roamed the earth and mortals trembled at their feet. Though its meaning eluded us, its presence served as a chilling reminder of the forces that lurked within the mountain's depths, unseen and unfathomable. As we neared the summit, the air grew heavy with a palpable sense of dread, as if the mountain itself sought to repel our intrusion into its sacred domain. Yet, undeterred by the omens that surrounded us, we pressed onward, driven by a fervor that bordered on madness. It was then that we stumbled upon the entrance to a cavern concealed amidst the icy crags, a gaping maw that beckoned us with the promise of untold mysteries and horrors untold. With a sense of trepidation, we ventured forth into the darkness, our torches casting long shadows upon the jagged walls that loomed overhead. With each step, the air grew colder and the silence more oppressive, until it felt as if we were but intruders in a realm not meant for mortal eyes. Yet, despite the gnawing fear that gripped my heart, I pressed onward, drawn ever deeper into the abyss by a force beyond my comprehension. It was then that we stumbled upon the first sign of the mountain's true nature, a chamber shrouded in darkness, where shadows danced upon the walls like specters of the damned. And there, amidst the gloom, we beheld a sight that chilled us to the bone, a tableau of death and despair frozen in time. The walls were adorned with the remains of those who had dared to tread where we now stood, their faces twisted in silent screams of agony that echoed through the ages. And at the center of it all stood a figure clad in tattered robes, its eyes ablaze with a hunger that transcended the boundaries of mortality. With a sense of mounting horror, I realized that we had stumbled upon the lair of a creature older than time itself, a being of unfathomable darkness that feasted upon the souls of those foolish enough to cross its path. With a cry of defiance, James lunged forth, his sword flashing in the dim light as he sought to banish the creature back to the depths from whence it came. Yet, despite his bravery, his blows were as naught against the creature's otherworldly might, and one by one, we fell before its terrible wrath. As darkness closed in around me, I felt a sense of despair unlike any I had ever known, a soul-crushing emptiness that threatened to consume me whole. Yet, even in the face of oblivion, a spark of defiance burned within me, urging me to fight on against the encroaching shadows. With a strength born of desperation, I rose to my feet, my limbs trembling with the effort as I faced the creature that loomed before me. And in that moment, I knew that my fate was sealed, that I would either emerge victorious or join the countless souls that had perished before me in the mountain's icy embrace. With a cry of defiance, I lunged forth, my blade flashing in the darkness as I sought to strike down the creature that had brought us to the brink of oblivion. And though my blows were as naught against its otherworldly might, still I fought on, driven by a sense of purpose that transcended the boundaries of reason. And then, in a blinding flash of light, the creature was gone, banished back to the depths from whence it came by a force beyond my comprehension. And as I stood amidst the ruins of our shattered dreams, I knew that our journey was at an end, that we had been spared from a fate worse than death by the mercy of forces beyond our understanding. As I stand upon the summit of Mount Everstone, gazing out upon the world below, I cannot help but feel a sense of awe at the journey that has brought me here. For though the memories of that fateful expedition still haunt my dreams, they serve as a reminder of the indomitable spirit of mankind, a spirit that refuses to be cowed by the darkness that lurks within the shadows. And as I gaze out upon the world below, I know that I am but a speck in the vast tapestry of existence, a lone soul adrift amidst a sea of uncertainty. Yet, even in the face of oblivion, I take solace in the knowledge that I have faced the darkness and emerged victorious, that I have stared into the abyss and found within myself the strength to endure. For though the echoes of that fateful expedition may fade with time, the lessons learned shall endure for eternity, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit in the face of unspeakable horror. And so, as I stand upon the summit of Mount Everstone, I offer up a silent prayer to the forces that watch over us, knowing that though the journey may be fraught with peril, the destination is worth the sacrifice. For in the end, it is not the fear of the unknown that defines us, but rather our willingness to confront it head-on, armed with nothing but our courage and our convictions. And though the shadows may linger upon the slopes of Mount Everstone, still I shall press onward, driven by a sense of purpose that transcends the boundaries of mortality. For in the end, it is not the destination that matters, but rather the journey itself and the lessons learned along the way.